Well, congratulations. You've almost completed section 2. This is our last chapter as we deal with a topic that I absolutely love, the power of praise and worship. Not only does this have power for you individually in your relationship with God, but there's incredible power when you come together with other believers in corporate praise and worship. In Psalm 22, verse 3 in the King James, it says that God inhabits the praises of his people. And that word inhabit literally means to be comfortable among, to live among, like you inhabit a house. God is most comfortable in the atmosphere of praise and worship. It's the atmosphere of heaven continually around the throne of God. There is praise and worship occurring. And when we enter into praise and worship, it does a number of things. First of all, it invites the manifest presence of God. Second, it dispels the enemy. Satan and demons hate praise and worship. They absolutely hate it, and they go running. So the way to attract God's manifest presence and dispel demonic presence is praise and worship. It also lifts the human spirit. You just begin to feel better when you praise and worship God because it promotes faith. As you praise and worship God and focus on who he is and his nature and his attributes and his wonderful blessings, man, your faith just starts rising. And so you may have a hard time believing and your faith is weak, but you begin to praise and worship God and your faith starts rising. And it also has a way of uniting people together. And this is the value of corporate praise and worship. I liken our relationship with God like we each have a candle because the light of the Lord is in us. You bring a bunch of candles together on a Sunday morning or a Wednesday night or whenever God's people are gathering, you have hundreds of candles, you have a bonfire. And there is heat and light like there wasn't just with your individual candle. And I think corporate praise and worship has that component as well, that when you come with others and you're focusing on the Lord and you're worshiping him, there's incredible power and incredible unity that you feel with other believers. And so as you go into this chapter, really ask the Lord to take you deeper in your personal times of praise and worship, and then be sure you're connected to a good local Bible preaching church where you can gather with others in corporate praise and worship.